Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is MinuteMath. Today, we're going to learn about why 0 factorial is equal to 1, okay? Now, if you are like me, I thought about this a lot when I was in school, and I was like, why is 0 factorial equal 1? Because if we know what factorial is, right, an example of a factorial example here, okay, like 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? So 5 factorial is 5 times 3 times 2 times 1. And we take whatever number we start with and multiply it by every number all the way down to 1. That's always how I understood it. And I never really got why would 0 factorial be 1? Because if we work our way through, right, 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, and 2 factorial is 2 times 1, and so 1 factorial is just 1, right? And so this kind of confused me as a kid, okay? But the proof for this really comes for the definition of what a factorial is. So if we start with, let's say, what n factorial. What is n factorial, okay? Well, n factorial is the number n itself, okay, the integer, times the integer below it, n minus 1, times the integer below that, n minus 2, times ... This goes on forever until we get to 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, makes sense. We have an example right here. 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, well, we also can write this. One thing we notice, right? Let's take an example looking back here to 5 factorial and 4 factorial, right? Well, 5 is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. We also, or 5 factorial, we can write this as 5 times, if we notice here, 4 factorial is just 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So 5 factorial is 5 times 4 factorial, okay? So whatever n factorial is, so we can write this to be n times n minus 1 factorial, okay? Now, if we take this equation right here and let's rearrange it, let's get n minus 1 factorial by its first. So I'm going to divide by n to both sides here. So we're left with n factorial over n equals n minus 1 factorial. Okay? So we have n factorial over n equals n minus 1 factorial. Okay? Now I'm going to rearrange this. Just flip it around, n minus 1 factorial equals n factorial over n, okay? Well then, we have a new definition here, and if we're looking for the n value, right? We have, well, what happens if n is 1 here, right? So if n is 1, right? So if n equals 1, okay? So again, we're looking, what is it? 0, we write 0 factorial equals 1, making a little statement there, right? So if n equals 1 right here, then we have, well, 1 replacing n minus 1 factorial should equal 1 factorial over 1, okay? Well, 1 minus 1 is 0, so we have 0 here. Factorial equals, well, 1 factorial we knew to be 1, divided by 1 here, and 1 divided by 1 is 1, and so 0, therefore here, right, 0 factorial is equal to just 1, and there we have our answer, our proof, if you will, that 0 factorial is just equal to 1. So that's pretty nifty. Again, if you're wondering that question, well, here we go, all right? We got how 0, or showed how 0 factorial is equal to just 1.